What's going on, everybody? Welcome. This is episode 287 of Convincing Idiots. This week on the show, we're going to be talking about Reese's. That's right. They're throwing it back with their recipe. We're going to talk about it. Also, we're going to tell you about Artemis 2. We've got some brave heroes currently in orbit, and we're going to tell you all about it. And also, this is our first ever AI actor, but not in the way that you might think. We'll tell you about that. And in our final segment, we're going to be discussing our Mount Rushmores of thirds. That's right. This is going to be our favorite third installments of movie franchises. We're going to decide which ones belong on the official Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore. So, this is what you came for. Here you go. Without further ado, let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
Test.
You call it again?
Convincing Idiots.
Convincing Idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
I'm standing in the
Caucasian.
sea breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
I'm Brian Gen X.
And my name's Nicholas, and I am a millennial. And we are Convincing Idiots. Welcome aboard. We are a weekly podcast of three friends representing three different generations. We get together here each and every week to discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So if you like all things nerd and pop culture, then you should feel the need to go find us on all your favorite social media accounts. We have conveniently laid them out before you by simply going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's Linktreee. You can find links to all our social media accounts, so be sure to follow along, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell all your friends about us as well. There's also a link to our email address on there if you would like to contact us with any information that you would like to hear about, or maybe just some kind and encouraging words for us. We do appreciate that. Or just to tell us what bags of shit we are. We welcome that as well. All interaction is good interaction. There's also a link to our merch store on there if you would like to grab yourself some sweet Convincing Idiots merchandising for yourself. You can find all that information and even more on our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode 287 of Convincing Idiots. Brian, are we still on the Conway train? What are you drinking this week?
Conway train.
The listeners want to know. There it is. Yep.
Choo-choo.
Yep. Conway's Irish Ale. Still have some. I'm drinking it until it's gone. I got a few more.
Until it goes off the tracks.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep. Dean, what do you got?
I got the from the same thing I had last week. Lord Rear Admiral by Three Floyds.
Rear. He said
Lord
Rear.
Rear Admiral,
Nice.
which was also my nickname in high school.
Yeah. And will be again. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
No, they don't let me in the high school. Judge told me I can't go back there.
I am drinking Beast of Both Worlds by Lagunitas. Is that how you say Lagunitas? I always want to say Laguintas, but it's Lagunitas, I believe. I've seen the beer before. Yeah,
Sure.
I've seen their beer before, but it's a bi-coastal IPA out of California. So, yeah, quite delicious.
Aren't you bi-coastal?
I am bi-coastal. Yeah. Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. Front, back, east, south, west, north, whatever.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
all good to me. I'm tri-coastal, actually.
I like it. Yeah,
Like a fucking compass.
that's good. That's good. Well, any bi-coastal idiot recommendations, Nick? You from over the past week here? So anything you
I'll tell you
watched
what,
or
I'll give
listened
you
to? Whatever. Go ahead.
Nick's Family Film Corner's back. We went today to see Hoppers, the new Disney Pixar movie. It was
Doing well in the
fantastic.
theater.
It's very good. Like I wanted to see. I think it came out like in middle of March, and I have been wanting to see it. Kids are on spring break this week, so we went out to Cuyahoga Falls in the Cinemark there and saw it. And it was a really cute movie. It was really good. Very funny too. Like kind of. I don't want to say it's parts of it are kind of dark, but it's definitely obviously a Disney Pixar family friendly movie. It was very funny, very heartwarming. I'm always impressed by what Disney can continuously do with the movies, right? And they always seem to be pretty topical. This one is a lot about like conservation of the planet and wildlife and things like that. It's not like super heavy. Like you don't get that theme necessarily like driven into you the whole time. It's more of it's pretty out there. Like the premises of it is pretty out there. I'm not giving anything away, but obviously a human person gets kind of put inside the body or a robotic of an animal to try to kind of communicate with them. But so the plot is obviously like pretty out there. But it was it was very cute. Liked it a lot, and I like that some of the messaging always seems to be kind of topical for whatever kind of things are going on in the world. Like those Zootopia movies were really good at that as well. So but yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot, and I cried from laughing at one point. John Hamm is a lot of good vocal talent in there. John
Hey.
Hamm is in it, and
Can't be bad then.
no, a
Nope.
lot of SNL alums in there. Vanessa Bayer, Bobby Moynihan, Ego Nwodum. So a lot of good vocal talents in there. So yeah, very much would recommend Hoppers. It was very good. We enjoyed it. The whole family enjoyed it.
Very nice. Yeah, it looks good. Looks like a fun movie. Yeah. All right, Dean, how about you?
So Dean,
What did I see? We're watching Scrubs. Scrubs is back and as good as ever. It's really got everything. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the first few episodes already, you're probably not going to, so I don't care. But Dr. Cox leaves in the first couple of episodes, which I'm not a fan of. What I'm understanding is he'll be back, like kind of part time.
Okay.
In the role, but that was a little weird. But no, it's still as good as it was 20 some years ago. So I'm loving that. Highly recommend that. If you were a Scrubs fan, you'll definitely still enjoy this. So
okay, I would imagine that like if you signed on to do the show, like even if he's not in every episode, he signed on to do the reboot or the show again. So like probably would make sense that he would be back at some point.
Sure.
Yeah, very good. Couple of things that we watched. The Burbs series. This is on Peacock. It's like a limited series based on the movie The Burbs. If you know what that movie is with Tom Hanks.
Keke Palmer in that?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know. I couldn't remember the actress. Okay.
It's good. Producer tells me that is correct as well. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's a fun. If you like the movie, it's just fun. Good characters, well written, just cool. I mean, I feel like it was definitely a lot of twists and turns and all that, but same type of premise. Family moves into a neighborhood. A family house of the husband, and there's a weird house across the street. Not sure what's happening in there. A lot of intrigue and mystery. Are people getting killed in there? Is it all this stuff here? And everything kind of unwinds to the thing. So, and has a nice shout outs to the movie as well, cameos and different things you can pick up on if you watch the movie as well. So it's just fun. Check it out. And I watched the first episode so far of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Or the second episode dropped on Tuesday. Just good. I mean, if you like the first season of Daredevil, you will definitely like this as well. It just jumps right back into the storyline. Just fantastic. I love
black
Charlie
suit's
Cox in that
badass,
role.
too.
What's that?
That black suit's pretty badass
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm through I got like 15 minutes left of the first episode.
Yeah.
I got to finish that up and then watch episode 2. Might do that sometime this weekend. I don't know.
Yeah. Very, very good. So check that out. Check that out for sure. All right. Let's get into a few headlines here.
Headlines.
Let's do it.
Gentlemen.
Headlines.
Yeah, not
Jazz hands.
not pop culture necessarily, but just
That's
general
spirit fingers.
news
These
here.
are jazz hands.
It's
Thank
the
you.
way the palms are facing, I guess.
I think the finger. If you're fingering like a lot,
Oh,
it's spirit fingers.
Tell me again about
Trying
that.
to.
Slower.
But
A
if you're
slower.
if you're moving at the palms, if the palm is the pivot point, that's jazz hands.
There you go.
Okay. All right. If there's anybody who's going to confirm that for me.
You
Mhm.
can never say you didn't learn anything from convincing
No,
idiots.
that's true. That's
That's
true.
right. Right in. Nick already gave you the email address.
That's right.
So, just general news. We have to recognize the brave astronauts on Artemis 2. I'm just going to bring that up here. So, this is the mission to go around the moon and back in 10 days. Just the first time we've been up in a moon mission in 50 some years. It is
Since
something like that.
1972.
Yeah. So 4 astronauts are on the ship now, and if you don't know, their idea is they're going to go up and just kind of go around the moon, let gravity take it around, and come back to Earth without power. So just amazing bravery. I mean, they're just
They'll be
testing
live
this out.
streaming it too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool. So the idea, I guess, is they're just see if they can make it around, make sure everything's okay, and then in a couple of years
Moon's
or
still
so.
there? Good. All right. Let's head home.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take away or detract from what's happening. That's an amazing feat. But what is the goal?
Well, the goal is this time is my understanding is they don't want to do everything. It's a lot to land on the moon. They don't want to do everything at once here. It's been a long time. So they're just going to make sure that they can get a ship up there with astronauts and they can survive the trip, make it around the moon, and come back to Earth okay. If everything's okay there, then the next step would be they probably would land on the moon. And future state, what they're talking about is eventually building like a moon base up there and be able to have, people stay there for extended periods. There's also talk of they could mine substances on the moon. This is through a New York Times podcast I was listening to the other day. I guess there's like elements up there, helium-3, like it's like a lighter helium that they use and they could potentially use in future, reactors and things. So,
but helium, the first one and the sequel were good. So helium-3, I would imagine, would be
pretty
good.
A tie into the main topic in a way. But that's the idea, just to kind of work up to being able to get up there more frequently and be able to stay there for extended periods. So that's the idea for this mission. So,
and to get to the moon for the first time would be really something to land there. That would be, as we all know,
that's what some people believe. Some people believe to this day we never landed there at all. It's all staged. So that's it. So, D, what do you think about the moon mission, the astronauts? Any thoughts that you have? The moon base? Any thoughts on any of this at all?
Oh, there's already a base on the moon. Don't worry about that. And mark
some
my
think
words,
the moon is a base.
That's true. Some of the Native Americans talked about, in their history, verbal history and stories, talked about the time before the moon arrived.
I think I heard about that in an Ultimate Warrior promo. Yeah. He was very accurate on that.
Authentic history. Yeah.
No, mark my words. The feed is going to cut 1 or 2 times because there's going to be shit that they're going to see that they don't want us to see, and they're going to cut the feed for however long. Watch that's going to happen, because I'm not joking when I do believe that there are things on the moon that they don't want us to see.
Like what?
Aliens.
Bigfoots.
You think there's aliens on the
Sasquatches.
moon?
Yes, I do. There have been multiple stories from some of the astronauts that they like, for example, when they went to the moon the first time, they had to cut the channel to another channel where it wouldn't have been on the air, right? And that was because they were having to explain what they're actually seeing. My opinion, when they say Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing, I think he filmed something because they had to have a backup. I think they had to cut to some things when they didn't want to show other things.
So you think parts of the original moon landing were staged, but cut
either
scenes from?
Not necessarily staged, but they had it as a backup.
Okay.
Because I mean, shit, it was the '60s. They didn't know if they could actually do it. And you want America to, when we're in the Cold War, the last thing we want to do is have our humiliation of the craft crashing into the moon and killing all the three astronauts. No. So they had a backup plan.
Well, if that had happened, wouldn't we find out eventually anyway? Like when they didn't come back to their families.
Sure, I don't know. I'm just saying. It's my opinion.
Okay.
I'm going to change my earlier prediction to 45%. So it's going down.
For the listenership, that's not going to make any sense, but that's very funny here between the three of us.
Yes, we'll talk about it next week. Nick, what do you think about the moon mission? And do you believe the moon landing was real? While we're at it,
I do. Yes, I do.
I didn't say I didn't believe it was real.
Joking
I said it was
and Dean
real.
opinions aside, I do believe it was real and authentic. But it's interesting. It's obviously exciting anytime something like that happens. It's like you said. It's a very takes a lot of courage and bravery to go on a mission like that. Was why my question was, what is the object? Because obviously, I mean, to go on a mission like that is very daring. So,
sure.
You wouldn't want to just go up there for no reason. But yeah, I mean, I guess in any event, it's always good to, like, if we have the technology to do so and the means, like, why wouldn't we go and make periodic, just kind of check in, right? Touch base, if you will. But just, to kind of go up and check things out. So definitely interesting. So, yeah, good for them.
Yeah, very brave,
Fantastic.
very brave people.
When are they
Very
coming
brave
back?
people. 10 days. It takes 10 days. Yes.
Okay.
That's a while. I guess they
It
had
is a while.
problems with a couple things, the bathroom and a couple of things that they've had to fix.
There's
Email
bathrooms on the
wasn't
moon?
working.
That's nice that they
in the
established
ship.
that. Like, well,
In the ship.
got one of those, like, trailers you have at, like, concerts where it's just like a big trailer with, like, a bunch of porta johns in there. And
Got to go out the window.
yeah.
Yep.
Get hooked up like a shop vac and just sucks it right out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The moon's just like a rest stop for the galaxy. Can you stop off on this exit? I need to hit the moon real quick to, be right back on the way.
Could be someday. Last chance gas. I don't know. All right. Well, good luck to our astronauts on Artemis 2.
Who are certainly listening to us. Good luck to you.
Yes.
They're certainly passing the time by listening to Convincing Idiots.
Yes, we're again an intergalactic podcast.
Yeah.
I think we used that word before. That description.
That's right.
Brian and I support you, even though Dean thinks what you're doing is futile and perhaps staged.
Yes.
I didn't say that. I didn't say staged. I said they're going to see some shit when they get up there. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yep. Good luck with getting by the alien force up there on the moon.
That's right. Alien ice
in
up
the
there.
base. In the base.
Be easy. Be easy up there.
We were told in 1972 not to come back.
It's been about a year ago that one of our favorite actors passed away, Val Kilmer, gentlemen. So right around a year to this day, he
Well, you aren't
passed
late on
away.
this headline.
Well, a year after his
Anybody,
death.
words on Val Kilmer? Anybody?
See, he passed away of pneumonia April 2025 at the age of 65. Val Kilmer, though, is going to star in a new film a year after his death. So, using AI technology
There
to
it is.
Sure.
create
yeah.
with permission from his daughter and family, right? So, this is a movie called, let's see here, As Deep as the Grave. So he was cast in the film. The director wanted to cast him before he passed away, right? But Val Kilmer felt he just couldn't perform the role. But after he passed, the director still wanted to use him in the movie and got permission from his daughter and family to do that. So daughter said that her father would be very pleased to appear in AI form for the movie, which depicts the excavations of southwestern archaeologists in Arizona while shining a light on the history of the Navajo people. So she said her dad always looked at emerging technologies with optimism as a tool to expand the possibilities of storytelling, and the spirit is something that we're all honoring within this specific film, of which he was an integral part. Mercedes Kilmer continued. So there you go. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first time an actor has appeared with permission using an AI likeness in a movie with permission from his family, right? So
Yeah.
what do you think of seeing Val Kilmer in a new movie? And do you think this is now potentially going to open the door for more potential? Now, we've already talked about the idea of fictional AI actors and actresses that exist today. We talked about that world, that Tilly world or something like last week or 2 weeks ago, which is a AI generated actress is going to have this whole AI world with AI actors and actresses. We talked about Matthew McConaughey saying he's going to you'll see a day maybe where you have AI actor awards at the Oscars. But now again, obviously this is an actual person, actual actor has passed on. His likeness is going to be used. So what do you think? Is this opening the door for more of this in the future, Nick? Do you want to see this? Do you care? Is it interesting, or no? Just stick with live actors in movies.
I think it is interesting, certainly, because all the times that we've discussed AI actors and actresses, I've never thought about it from the lens really of using AI to depict a actual actor. I mean, I know that that's been done, but there's been they seem, overall kind of resistant to the idea, like actual actors, right? Because that's how they're making their money. But this poses an interesting kind of vantage point of this, because this is an actor who can no longer perform the role, but
right. Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, the family and the people in charge of the estate of Val Kilmer are in support of it, so that's fine. I do respect the idea. I could see that the filmmaker would probably, that's who they had in mind. He agreed to do it. I'm sure his family, will, obviously everybody's being compensated for using his likeness and all that stuff.
I'm sure that.
And in a way, it's probably they probably look at it as a nice way to pay homage to Val Kilmer, right? Like,
sure.
All that being said, I think it's weird.
Sure.
It is.
It's weird that we're gonna, and it's just not like it. Brandon Lee died part of the way, halfway or 3/4 of the way through making The Crow, but they still used him, and they used a double to kind of piece together what they could to put him throughout the movie with the technology they had at that time in '96. So, but that's he didn't even film any part of this, right? Like he initially had agreed to be cast for it, but then couldn't fulfill the role, and now he's since passed, and now they're going to completely create his role from AI of him with the permission of his family. So it's weird. It's not. is not him. It's just not. Again, I don't think ethically there's anything wrong with it because he has the permission of his family and everything like that. And what more can you do at that point? But I do think it's weird. I'm not gonna like. It's a weird thing, right? When you're looking at the IMDb Rolodex of Val Kilmer's work, there's this one that's like not him. Like you're using him, but it's not him, right? Um,
Now
that's
that's
like
an interesting question, though. Will they have, like, in the credits? Will it say Val Kilmer or Val Kilmer's likeness? Like, what does it say?
That'll be
right.
interesting. I would.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I would guess I'd probably see Val
Yeah.
Kilmer's likeness with
AI
permission
Val
or
Kilmer,
something
artificial
or
Val Kilmer.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to
That'd be
see that.
like it would be like and this is complete apples to oranges kind of, but like that would be like if on IMDb like Jennifer Lopez or Britney Spears or Korn were credited with being on South Park because their likeness was used, or like they, what I mean? It
Sure.
wasn't them. Definitely different because they certainly did not have the permission from those people to use that. But certainly not, I wouldn't imagine, in the way that they did. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this is also new, and like I think it's okay. Like ethically, it's like I said, they have permission, but it is weird. It's
And they're not going to try to fool anybody. You know what you're going to be watching going into it.
For sure.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not going to look at this like the same as a Val Kilmer role. You know what I mean? It's very strange. I don't know if I necessarily like it. I don't have like a strong stance against it necessarily, but I don't know that I'm like, I'd like to see more of this. Like, it's weird. I just feel weird about it personally. But I'm not his family, so it doesn't matter what I think.
Well, my question about the whole thing is: do they have to use old dying Val Kilmer, or if you're doing AI, can you bring up volleyball beach from Top Gun Val Kilmer?
Yeah, you're not going to have the Val Kilmer version where the poor man couldn't talk well. I mean, you're going to have Val younger.
Unless that's what the role's supposed to be.
I think he plays like a preacher or something like that. So yeah, that's what you're going to see. The Val Kilmer that we lost even before he passed, so that'll be interesting. So I don't know. It's like you say. Do you have any other thoughts, Dean? Sorry, any other thoughts?
No, I'm okay with it. Like Dick says, it's a little weird, but if everybody's on board, that nobody's getting butthurt for it.
Yeah,
more power to them.
Yeah, you think about it.
The last 10 Val Kilmer movies. I'm probably not going to watch this, so it doesn't matter to me.
I'm interested to see it now. I'm interested to see what it looks like, what they do with it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to tell. Yeah, but maybe they'll do it with lighting and different things where they're not going to, showcase that it's clearly AI. You'll know it is, but I don't know.
Now, how different is this from really, say, using young Carrie Fisher in Rogue One?
Yeah, they de-aged her for that, right? Didn't they?
She was already passed, right? Or no?
She was passed. Yeah, they
so
filmed
that wasn't her.
Yep.
Was it her
She
daughter?
used her.
Yeah, they used her daughters as like the body physical double, and then they superimposed whatever her face.
Okay.
Or furthermore, if certainly Grand Moff Tarkin was used in that movie and not that actor.
Yeah. And they certainly use de-aging technology and different things, but they're using the actor there for that stuff.
Right.
I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, you think about this, you could really, man, if it's done well, you could really open the door for some things that you might just like to see more of. That you have, like you say, you could have another. Like that example, you have another Star Wars movie with a young depiction of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Mm-hmm. It could be, they could tell different parts of the story using AI technology with permission of the family and all that stuff. Yeah. And you could have more James Bond movies with Sean Connery, and there's all kinds of things that you could do with that tech. But then again, now you're taking away from new actors playing roles and this and that and the other. But I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people watching this to see what it does and how it's received, and they're probably already thinking about other possibilities anyway.
And you're probably, the film's going to be saving money regardless by not having to pay like their full salary. Say it's
Sure.
Sean Connery.
Sure.
You don't have to have a trailer for the AI bot. You don't have to, have any of that. So,
Right.
if you're the studio, I understand where they're coming from on that point of view.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll see. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Exciting news in the world of candy. Easter Sunday is coming up this Sunday. So when this drops, it's going to be the Monday after Easter. So a lot of people enjoy getting a little bit of candy for Easter, or enjoy some candy on Easter, an Easter basket or otherwise here. One of my favorite Easter candies always been Reese's. Reese's is good for any holiday,
Sure
really.
is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But the Reese's eggs.
It started with the egg.
There's something about the egg. It's just the larger.
There's more peanut butter ratio.
Yeah, it's the peanut butter
chocolate.
chocolate ratio.
Yeah.
Because the trees are good, and now they do hearts for Valentine's Day, trees for Christmas, and there's all these shapes that are, it's just a bigger hunk of peanut butter in there. But it all began with the egg. So when they ask you what came first, the chicken or the egg, you know that it's the Reese's egg that came first.
That's right. Yes.
That's right.
100%. So exciting news in the Reese's world, gentlemen, that Hershey is saying it's going to return to the classic recipe for all Reese's products following criticism from the founder's grandson. So Brad Reese, the grandson of Reese's inventor H.B. Reese, previously called one of the brand's new products is not edible. That Hershey is they changed the recipe and so on. So
they're going back to the non-edible version?
No, they're going back to the original recipe, whatever that is. So the chocolate company announced on Tuesday, the 31st of March, they'll be shifting all Reese's products, including their iconic Reese's peanut butter cups, back to their classic recipes beginning next year.
Good.
So apparently it's just a more basic recipe. And so let's see here. It'll return those products to the classic milk chocolate and dark chocolate recipes. And it's going to increase its research and development funding by 25% next year to get back to that. I have not realized that they've changed.
I was going to be my
but
question.
There are certainly candy connoisseurs that can tell the difference or what have you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
For this news, though, I like it. I like the fact of a relative of the founder of the company said, "I don't like it. You guys are changing it up." And Hershey said, "You know what? Hey, we're going back to the classic recipe." I think that's great. Good for Hershey's. Good for Reese's. Saying something about it, and I'm looking forward to trying the classic. You'll probably taste the difference and not realize it, and you'll probably taste it, be like, yes, now that tastes more like a traditional Reese's. Maybe we forgot about from a few years ago.
Are they going to do like the commercials like Pepsi did, talking about, we tried this recipe and you guys didn't like it, so we're going back to classic Pepsi.
I would almost guarantee it'll be a marketing thing as well to get people to go out and buy it. Sure, absolutely.
I'm just doing it, just going back on it alone just shows that, they do have, some sort of like caring, for customers, much like Blake Insurance does for their customers. Well, let me tell you about it, boys. The Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency located right here in Barberton, Ohio, offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or even life insurance, give Aaron a call. He'll treat you with the honesty and respect and care that even Nick deserves. Call the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359 or find them online at blakeinsurancellc.com for your free 5-minute quote today. And when you do, tell them the classic, original Brian sent you.
That's right.
He's the classic here.
He's classic.
Aaron's recipe for service has not changed, Dean.
It's not.
No, never has.
It's not,
no need to.
not in the 50 years he's has maybe not that long, but it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Always been a stand-up fella.
Yep.
Back to the Reese's thing real quick, though.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a thought. Just call it a conspiracy theory, if you will. Being that none
Like
of us
aliens
and
on the moon?
probably a lot of people have never noticed the change. What if this is all a marketing ploy? Maybe it never changed, but they're telling you it changed back to its original, and now the placebo
Very
effect
possible.
will take place, and you'll go, "Oh, it does taste
Oh.
better," but it's the same, and
I'm
it's just
so
going to make you buy
glad.
more Reese's.
Yeah,
But are
very
people
possible.
ever not buying Reese's? Like,
No.
has that stock ever gone down?
I mean, do you guys have it? Like, if you're at a gas station, you pick up gas or get something to drink, and you guys are going to do a quick snack. Is Reese's Cup or something like that your go-to? What is your go-to in your quick gas station snackable?
peanut M&Ms.
Okay.
That's the best for
peanut
me. Peanut
M&Ms
M&Ms.
is
I
a
love
good
Reese's
choice.
at home and stuff. Reese's,
Yeah.
I love Reese's. Anything Reese's is great.
Mine are the seasonal Reese's, whether it be the egg, the tree, or
Okay.
whatnot. That's my quick, because also they have them up on the counter, right,
Yep.
right there when you're checking out. So
Yeah.
that is, and there's a single, you don't have to feel too bad, grabbing just one and on the run.
Yeah. I rarely ever buy candy from like a gas station, but
Okay.
if I were to, I'd have like my favorite candy item is a Reese's Pieces. Like a bag of Reese's Pieces. Like
Very good.
that's why I'm potty trained to this day. It's what my parents gave me every time I was a good boy and went to the bathroom. So I love Reese's Pieces. Like those are gone immediately. But
That's my movie.
peanut
That's my
M&Ms
movie
are
theater.
right there.
That's great.
Movie theater candy for me is Reese's Pieces.
Okay.
Very good. Excellent. Well, we've talked about it all in segment 1. Astronauts, Reese's, AI, Val Kilmer. I don't know what else you want, really. Reese's.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what else you want in this segment of a podcast, but we're going to come back with segment 2 and tell you a lot more good stuff. And Nick's will tell you all about that right after this. Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell 2 enemies.
Four, three.
Hello out there. Welcome back to episode 287 of Convincing Idiots. I'm Millennial Nick alongside my co-hosts Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. As you can see with the three of us, all good things come in threes, right? The original, Brian, quite good. Everyone seemed to like that. Not a bad follow-up with the sequel, the Zennial, and then perhaps best of all, the Millennial, Nick, the third installment.
I see what you did there.
So we're going to be paying homage tonight to third installments of film franchises for our collective Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmores. We will each be bringing to the table, that's right, 3 of our top favorite third movies. Could be of any franchise, but the third film of a movie franchise, and we are going to discuss which of those belong in a coveted top 5 spot on the Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore. So once again, these are the third movies of any franchise.
Right.
So Zennial Dean, for the triples, we're going to start with the sequel here. Why don't you go ahead and give us one of your or actually no, we're just going to run through one of your submissions. Give us all your submissions.
All right. Number 1, I got Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Okay.
I have Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
And I have Endgame.
Okay. There you go. Heavy hitters. Those are good.
Heavy hitters. Bringing it with the lumber here.
Okay.
Who's next? Right.
I have Return of the Jedi, 1983, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade,
Okay.
and Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you these three, and some of these are going to sound familiar. I also have Revenge of the Sith, and I also have Spider-Man: No Way Home. My last one is the third Guardians of the Galaxy film. I don't remember what the subtitle of it was, but that's the one with Rocket.
It was just
backstory
Guardians of
and
the
all
Galaxy
that
3. I think that's all
stuff.
it
It might
was.
have
I
been
think
Guardians of the Volume 3. Volume 3. That's right.
that is a good one.
Okay. So we've got a couple overlaps.
Sure.
Let's start. We're a Star Wars based podcast in our very infancy, right? Our very first episode was done on Star Wars. Let's talk about
Mhm.
Revenge of the Sith. Two of us have it. So regardless of how you look, so to be clear on the rules here, these don't have to be viewed or in our opinions as the necessarily best of the franchise or trilogy that they
Correct.
are in, but these are just good, solid third films. So,
Yep.
whichever way you choose to look at this, I view Revenge of the Sith as certainly the best of that trilogy. We've done Star Wars rankings in the past, and coming at personally, that one's always in my top 3 of Star Wars movies made, period. I absolutely love that one. It was everything I wanted it to be. As you go back and watch these prequels of the beloved original Star Wars trilogy, this is the climax that you're waiting for. This is the big build up that you're waiting to see. The big payoff. How this is really how it's going to all play out before your eyes. How Anakin Skywalker finally turned that page and became Darth Vader, and I thought it was really well done. Even as much flack as those prequels took, that one was always, I feel like, pretty revered by Star Wars fans. I think people pretty much enjoyed that one, and yeah, it's certainly it's my favorite of those three, and it's one of my favorite 3 Star Wars movies that have been made. Period.
All right, let me go ahead and tweak that argument slightly, Nikolai. Everybody talks about, it's the birth of Darth Vader, and you get to see him turn to the dark side. I think a lot of people miss that you get Prime Kenobi. In the first couple movies, you get him kind of growing up in awkward stages. In the originals, you have Ben as an older man and a ghost. This movie is prime Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is in his prime. He's defeating General Grievous. His lightsaber in the dueling and the fighting, and it's just the ultimate Obi-Wan Kenobi that I think of now when I think Obi-Wan Kenobi is in that movie. You get the meme of "Hello there," when he pops up after coming down to fight Grievous. Love it. Obviously not just because of that, because also everything you said. It was the culmination of what everybody wanted to see when they said they were going to do the prequels, right? That, like, all right, we got this, that, the other. Sure, there's senators and trade routes, and God, let's just get to the fucking Darth Vader, please. And it did it, and it did not disappoint. So I agree. That is why I chose Revenge of the Sith.
Brian, why do you hate Revenge of the Sith? Why wasn't it on your list?
Yeah, please let us know.
I don't hate
Why
it.
are you a detractor?
It definitely tells. I mean, it's very tragic. It does tell the tragic story of Anakin Skywalker. You really see that he was really manipulated and is trying to save the woman that he loves, and just got all twisted and turned by the Emperor. So that's intriguing. Very sad. He was a good guy, and just lost his way. Like you said, the Prime Ben Kenobi is fantastic. The lightsaber fight is one of the best scenes in any Star Wars movie. Period. When they're fighting with on the volcanic planet. I mean, that's just phenomenal. And the 2 actors, of course, that's really all the scenes they did. It was a tough scene to film, and those guys did a fantastic job. So all that was great. I still have a hard time with. It was very clumsy to me, the whole awkwardness of him, Anakin, have the high ground, and he cuts his fucking arms and legs off, and watch it just walks away, not sure that he's dead. They could have just tweaked that scene a little bit, and that would have taken that movie to a different level for me. Like maybe he thought he was dead. That's all you had to do. He looks dead. You think
Walk
he's
away
dead,
and leave him for dead,
and leave him for dead, and then he wakes up. Oh, I hate you. Then I would have been like, okay, I mean, you would have thought he would have came down and realized his friend's dying and suffering.
It makes
he would have
Obi-Wan
cut his head off.
I mean, it's more gangsta. You know what I mean? He's throwing the shades on, lighting the cigarette, and just fucking walking away like
he knew
a badass.
He had lost him to the dark side at that point. He already knew it was too late.
I guess that was a little clumsy how they did it. The final transformation of the Emperor was a little bit clumsy, but go ahead.
If he'd have walked down, picked up one of Anakin's hands that he cut off, and said, "This is mine now, bitch," and just walks away with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat off with your hand tonight.
Of the trilogy, of the prequel trilogy, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. It was by far the best of the prequel trilogy. By far, no question about that.
Yeah.
I don't like
this.
I don't enjoy it for me as much as I enjoy Return of the Jedi. I mean, again, I'm sure there's something.
Okay, then explain why.
Let's roll into it. Yeah, let's talk about
it. There's a lot of Return of the Jedi that I agree is goofy. The whole Ewok stuff is goofy. I mean, okay. Yep. But for me, just the whole arc of Luke and Vader in those scenes for me are just fantastic. When that I could do away with a lot of that movie. But when it gets to when Luke surrenders himself, that last act is just fantastic and brings the whole story to, of course, at that time, a very good conclusion, and the arc of Anakin Skywalker there, just the whole scenes with Vader and Luke you could see that he's struggling and Luke's starting to kind of get to him. The whole temptation of the Emperor, those scenes are just fantastic. The Ian McClellan that played the Emperor, just fantastic in that movie. Mm-hmm. Luke, to save his sister, that's what set him off. All that stuff is just fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. So I really enjoy that part of it there, and those are very good lightsaber scenes as well. All those scenes with Luke and Vader fighting were done very well at the time, certainly. Yep. So for me, you can't. It's hard to top that arc. So
for sure,
both are certainly very critical to the story. You got to see the fall, and you got to see the rise, right? So you could argue those points, for a while. But for me, growing up with Star Wars, and those were the only three movies for me at the time for several years. Right, so that's where it has a more of a place for me in my enjoyment in my heart. So that's all.
Well, that's one that gets an immediate cosign from me because, as you guys know, that is my favorite Star Wars movie, and it is the third installment of one. The only reason I didn't put it on my list is because all my other ones that I picked, I consider to be the best of their trilogies they belong to. And even though I prefer Return of the Jedi to Empire Strikes Back, but I know that Empire Strikes Back is the best one, but it's not my favorite. My favorite is Return of the Jedi. My favorite Star Wars movie ever is Return of the Jedi. So that's an immediate, I absolutely agree with you 100% on the Return of the Jedi pick. I love that we're tying up that storyline. I love that you get kick-ass Jedi Master Luke. My favorite character of all time in Star Wars Galaxy, Salacious Crumb, is a prominent character. I was prominent, maybe is a stretch, but is a character in that movie. It just puts a nice, happy bow on everything, especially after Empire Strikes Back, leaves you with a cliffhanger. This brings everything together, and Return of the Jedi is my very favorite one. So I immediately am on board with that pick.
With some of the issues that I have with that movie, and we've discussed them in prior episodes. Some of the dancing, some of the singing, the nonsensical staring at the screen like somebody's taking a picture at the very end, and they put, "What the fuck are you posing for? Why are you all standing facing the same direction? Who does that?" Stuff like that. And given everything else we've all said on our list, I'm not going to co-sign it just yet. Let me think about it. I'm not there yet.
Okay. All right. So who else has one to? I'm still debating on Sith, Revenge of the Sith as well. So
Okay.
what's another one
Okay.
everyone wants to?
Okay.
We're all over the place here. So
All right.
what's another
All right.
one you want
All
to? Go
right,
ahead.
We've done Star Wars. I need to get into this because it was the very first when you Brian, when you brought this to us, it was the first and only movie that came to my mind. It's my favorite third movie of any trilogy or multiple movies. Die Hard with a Vengeance. I remember seeing that movie.
Man.
I mean, it blows. I mean, literally, it blows the doors off immediately. I remember seeing it in the theater. It starts with a bang and doesn't give up. The Samuel L. Jackson in it is fantastic, and he'd always said, out of all his characters he's ever done, that's probably the closest to him. I just read that the other day. John McClane was John McCain.
My friends.
That's a different movie. That's a different movie.
Catch this.
It took him out of like the first one, Nakatomi Plaza. He's doing the whole thing, and the sequel was kind of rebooted, but in a airport setting, right?
Yeah.
This brought him
looking
through the
lame.
city. Brought it brought Hans Gruber's brother there, so it kind of had paying homage a little bit to the first one. I like the riddle part. I like the interaction between Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. I love that movie, and it's, again, out of all trilogies or whatnot, that this is probably my favorite. So,
man, I barely
I
remember
can't
that
stop
movie.
thinking of John McCain as
right.
and now I want that more. Like, I don't know if
Sure.
it helps or hurts your argument, but like,
Well,
I really want that.
Maybe we can get him in an AI movie.
Yeah. Only loser get caught. Catch this. Yeah. That'd be a great scene.
I like it.
Is that what he's like in the jet plane and the plane blows up and he's like going out in an ejection seat or something like that? Was that
No,
movie?
that's the sequel. That's number 2.
Oh, okay.
The third one is
I know I watched it, but it's been a long time.
It's Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson having to do riddles being put on by the bad guy who keeps calling them on the phone and having to do riddles because they got to find the main bomb that he's placed, or a bunch of bombs that they've placed all throughout the city.
Okay.
And they have to stop each one of them, and when they get there, they have to do riddles, and there's a lot of action. It's a really good movie. So
okay, all right. I just don't happen to remember it, but yeah,
okay,
yeah. Nick,
right.
you want
I also don't have a strong recollection of that movie. And like you say, it could be the fact that I just haven't seen it in a really long time, or when I don't even remember like when I've seen it necessarily. Like I can't. It's certainly been a long time. But I mean, I remember Samuel L. Jackson. I remember, like I just specifics. I don't remember it super clearly. So, I just really want a John McCain Die Hard now.
Sure.
Man, I can't shake it since I really need that. All right, well, let's talk about Spider-Man. Brian and I both have No Way Home.
Yeah.
I'll start if you don't mind.
Sure.
So certainly Spider-Man has been. This one was okay. Let's just start with focusing on this trilogy, the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, right?
Yes.
You can't even
I-
begin to argue Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. That really was wonky and kind of went off the
That
rails.
doesn't even belong to be remembered.
No.
So we're going to forget that ever happened.
Yeah.
But this one is, correct me, The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. Were there 3 of those or just 2?
2.
I only remember 2. Okay, correct. Okay. So this is, I think, I'm in agreement with a lot of Spider-Man fans in saying the Tom Holland one's just on the whole, or maybe I don't know. You could make the argument with the Tobey Maguire ones that people. I mean, I enjoyed the other 2 of them, but certainly this one, I like that whole trilogy. The second one was not my favorite, but the first one with Tom Holland, Homecoming, I really liked a lot. Like it blew me away with how much I enjoyed it and thought it was funny and really entertaining and was really blown away. But the third installment, No Way Home, is incredible because not only is it, I think, the best in that trilogy, but it ties all of the iterations of Spider-Man together. It's bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Jamie Foxx as Electro and forgive me, but I can't remember the actor's name, but Doctor Octopus from the second Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It's tying in all of these villains. Green Goblin's in it, and the Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man. Just incredible, and that's what they've done in Marvel with the multiverse and all these different storylines and tying them all together. But not only for the nostalgia factor was it a good movie, but it was a good movie all the way through. Like it really stood on its own. Even if you take the nostalgia factor out of it, I feel like it was just a really entertaining movie. Long movie, definitely long, but it needed to be for everything that it fit in there. And this was an easy one. And as a fan of Spider-Man and as of those movies, that was just an easy. Like, I mean, that was once again, it kind of had that Revenge of the Sith factor to me, to where like you've been watching these movies, but this is the big payoff, and it really delivered. Like it was the best one out of all 3.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. They really brought, like you said, brought the best of those movies together in one film. The best villains from those movies. All the actors coming back, and then this the scene when all the Spider-Men were there together. I mean, I got
it's great.
Yeah, I got a little emotional there because you have those feelings of, man, when you just first seeing Tobey Maguire, it was so many years ago, and I don't know, all that was great, just fantastic. Like you said, it was a great movie all the way around too. So,
if
they're
you're
kind of lucky to be
my
able
favorite
to
Marvel movies, period. One of them. Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
Sure. I was to say they were kind of fortunate to be able to do that. That like I mean, at the time, I remember it felt like they were kind of rebooting Spider-Man every film. I'm like, man, like again, like but it worked out in this case because you were able to bring all 3 of those prominent Spider-Man / Peter Parker actors together in that movie to make that moment, and it didn't, it wasn't too crazy. Like it worked together the way it was, and I thought it was very funny when they had the moment on the building together on the tower where they're like talking about their backs and all the things that like for just the things that they're sharing, swapping notes on being Spider-Man, kind of, that was very good. So
yeah, they had different powers. Like Tobey Maguire had organic webbing. Like, you have organic webbing? Yeah, I made these web shooters. It was like all that. Yeah. So that
does
was,
it come
like
out
you said, that was
anywhere
very
else?
cool.
No.
If you're going to talk about experiences in the theater, that movie itself was so goddamn fun to watch.
That was
with the crowd and cheering at different parts. It was a lot of fun. I agree with everything you guys said. So I'm signing off on Spider-Man.
All right.
No Way Home.
All right.
There you go.
First one on the Mount Rushmore there.
There it is.
There you go. All right.
Brian, what else you got?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1989. And many people think that's the best of the Indiana Jones movies, period. Right? So this one, you may remember, this has Sean Connery starring as Indiana Jones' father in this. Those two played. Does the age work? I don't know. That's okay. You put that aside, right? So,
right.
But those two, every scene together with those two was fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. And you might forget the very beginning of that movie had a very cool opening of River Phoenix playing young Indiana Jones. And that whole
That's right.
scene of kind of how he got started. It was a Boy Scout, and he was determined to stop the archaeologists from taking a piece that he believed should be in a museum. And they were even clever enough to where River Phoenix got a whip or something. He got the cut across his chin because Harrison Ford, the actor, actually has a scar across his chin
Right.
from a car accident. So just to show how Indiana Jones himself got the scar and how he got his hat from the guy. All that, I mean, just that build up, all that was a very nice opening of that movie. But again, just those two together were just fantastic. You got all the entire background. How did he get the name Indiana Jones? How did he get into all this here? And you could tell clearly he got it from his father. The whole scene of, clearly they both were intimate with the same woman who was the Nazi lady and all that. That was kind of fun.
And you also
It
find
kinda-
out that Indiana Jones was the dog's name.
Yes, Indiana was the
adopted.
dog. Right. All right. It gets a little weird with the whole Holy Grail thing.
Sure.
It's like, okay, you got to pass
But-
the test and get the Holy Grail. But that's
okay.
okay. You kind of go outside of that in.
Well, look at the
It's-
other movies. All of them have that.
They do have that
aspect of the
dynamic. They do. The whole the arc and this and that.
The
So
art, electrocuted and dusted a bunch of Nazis.
yeah,
In the other ones, he's having pulling the guy's heart out of his chest, and the guy doesn't die. I
Right.
mean, so
You
you have a
get that- you
lot
get
of
that weird
that
stuff.
sort of thing, right?
but it's just a great movie, a lot of fun. So I really enjoy that one. If I go watch an Indiana Jones movie, it's going to be either the original or that one. Period. The other ones, you could leave them behind as far as
No
I'm concerned.
Temple of
So
Doom?
I love Temple of Doom.
it's fun, but it's not as good as the other two.
Okay.
Okay,
It just isn't. So
all right,
that's it. That's it.
all right. Last one I'm gonna do, guys, is Endgame. This is the ultimate. This is the culmination of what Phase 1 was. And it kind of it made everything else after, not just Marvel movies, but all sorts of superhero movies and action movies. It kind of it rose the bar, right? It showed
An
what you
untouchable
really
bar
could
that
do.
we've not seen since.
And I
Yeah,
don't know if
that's tough
you're
to
going
do.
to
I
be
wouldn't say
able
it's
to.
superhero movies necessarily, but certainly as far as Marvel goes, it's almost like that. Like they put that was the final nail in their own coffin that they put in.
Right. like
Yeah.
which again, if Marvel would have stopped there and just ended everything there,
Yeah.
everybody would have been happy.
I think they maybe should have, but yeah.
It did,
Except executives trying to make money, but that's okay.
right. Well, we'll see this coming up this year, or with
This year, Doomsday,
Doomsday. We'll see
and
how
then
that
Secret
goes.
Wars. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it was. I think everybody remembers going. I think everybody did see it in the theater.
Yeah.
That was, I felt like one of the last, like, I shouldn't say well, yeah. I mean, really, one of those, like, it was like a cultural event. Because
Yeah.
in this day and
Yep.
age that we live in, where everything's on demand and streaming, and you can get a lot of these experiences at home and stream things, like, that was one, like, everybody's got to go to the theater and see it. It was a cultural
Yeah.
moment. It was a big deal because all these movies had been doing so well for so long and kind of ruled cinema at large, that this is the big end. It is Endgame, but it's the big payoff. It's the big climax of all of this that's so popular.
And you see these videos online of the crowd reactions when the crowd realizes that Tony was worthy and he gets Mjolnir, and
Mhm.
and like the crowd erupts. That happened. Remember, we were all
Captain
there.
America, you mean?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
real. That wasn't
Mhm.
just that theater. I think
Right.
multiple-
Everybody.
everybody did. Every crowd went crazy when that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I to me, there's no way that this isn't on the list.
So that was the third of the Avengers movies, right?
Correct.
That's what you're
That's
saying.
why
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So technically, the first one was the Age of Ultron, right? Was that that was number one?
No, that was the second one.
Yeah.
So
that's
no.
another one.
is Endgame the fourth?
Infinity War would be second.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, you're right.
Damn it.
Oh,
Damn it.
oh,
'Cause
it
you had
doesn't
the-
qualify. Disqualified.
Wow.
Because you had the
Holy-
Avengers when they fought in New York City with like the
Yep.
aliens and all that
okay.
stuff.
No,
I will call an audible on your behalf.
I forgot about Age of Ultron. My bad.
A
I
lot of
call an
people
audible
did.
on your behalf. I would
Right.
like to submit if well, it's Dean's pick. So, with your permission, I would like to submit Infinity War
Sure.
in its place.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah,
actually,
I
if
will
we're
do
being
that.
honest, I liked Infinity War more than I liked Endgame, and I felt like Infinity War had that Empire thing where it was, I mean, that ultimate cliffhanger where it was certainly
Yeah.
one of the most shocking and kind of striking moments in those movies where half of everybody fucking disappears. You had to watch Black
Mhm.
Panther and Spider-Man and everybody fade away. You know, like that was wild. That
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
So like I said, as you're talking about Endgame, and I'm like, yeah, Endgame deserves to be up there, absolutely. Not thinking about it, but I was like, in that installment, I prefer Infinity War, and turns out Infinity War is actually technically the third.
That's technically my pick, I guess. Then, if y'all are okay with that.
I'll give you that. It was like you say. Those were must-see movie events in the theater. Period. And like you said, that just similar to the Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right.
It's just great to see those in the theater. Like you said, you share those emotions and everything with people around you. That's fun. You don't get as much of that these days. And when you have that experience in a theater, that's just a whole lot of fun. A whole extra energy and everything. So I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you
And
that.
because we talked a lot about Endgame, thinking it was the third, but Infinity
Right.
War. Another thing that was cool about that was that, like, it was, yes, in Civil War we started to see a lot of different heroes come together and things like that. But
Mhm.
like Infinity War was like, here's fucking everybody. Like that's
Right,
the
yeah.
first time where it's like we're piling. That was like, if you're a sports fan, that's your all-star game. Like literally
Mhm.
everybody's fucking there. So I mean, that was really cool to see. And I don't know if we've had, obviously the Avengers is kind of that in and of itself, as is Justice League. But to throw like literally everything at it, Infinity War is the first one to do that, where it's
Mhm.
Right.
like, here's everybody. Like here's big characters, deep cuts, everything all at once. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
All right. Who's
I've got one
another
more to defend. I've got
Mhm.
I think the only one we haven't talked about is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And the reason that I put it on, first of all, great trilogy, like
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, all fantastic. If I had to rank them, I'd probably say the second one's my least favorite, just by a little bit, but also very good. The third one is my favorite, though. The third one I feel like is the best, and the third one has the heartbreaking, backstory of Rocket the Raccoon, and it's just like the storytelling reached a whole other level. I felt like in Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy. So just as a kind of similar to what we were talking about with Spider-Man, right? Enjoyed all of the movies. Thought they were all great, and I could watch any one of those three at any time. But that one is the one that I've seen the most. I mean, that's always the one. If it's up to me to watch one of the three of them, it's always going to be that one.
Sure.
So just there again, kind of great tie up to their story. They also reappear, in different iterations of, Avengers and things like that. But yeah, just I don't know. I love that movie and thought it at least deserved a spot. I don't know, as we're talking about some others, I don't know if I'd pick it over some others, but I definitely think it does deserve the mention at the very least.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely does. And I mean, like it or not, it didn't have a completely happy ending of their story.
No.
Him and Gamora, he lost her. He lost that version of her forever, and that's tragic, for Star-Lord. So I like the fact that they, in a way, that they went that direction, because it's just,
that's life.
It's life, and everything goes your way, and she was indeed lost. So Yeah, but I agree with you. Of those movies, that is a strong consideration for sure. Far better than the second one. Of course, James Gunn didn't do the second one, so yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, shout out to those. I mean, yeah, those are different kinds of superhero movies. They're just a little bit different flavor, and it's definitely more fun. And so, yeah.
Okay. Are they all out there? All the arguments out there? Or is another one to
Brian, you had Last Crusade, Return of the Jedi, and what else?
Spider-Man No Way Home?
So yeah, well, I think we've hit them all.
That's right.
'Cause Dean
That's right.
defended his too, and then I doubled up with each of you, and Guardians was my only one that wasn't that neither one of you guys had. So we've already got No Way Home up there. I personally, after talking about it, I mean, obviously, we'll talk about Revenge of the Sith again because a couple of us had that, but I think Infinity War belongs up there, even though technically no one picked it at the beginning of this movie. But I think Infinity War deserves to be up there.
I agree.
For all the reasons that I already stated. I just think it's it's the first movie of its type that has like everybody, that gives you that full like payoff of everybody you've been watching in all these movies for all this time. Or fucking M'Baku. It was like my favorite secondary character in Black Panther is in Infinity. It's everybody, and it is that big climax.
If we want to be generous to my stupidity, you could almost
we are often. Yeah.
Right. And I appreciate that. But this time you could almost say that, it was part 1 and 2. You know what I mean? It's like one big movie. They just had to break it up into 2 pieces. So
I'll give you that one. Like you said, it was a huge movie event. Like Nick said, it's very Empire-esque in you had to wait around for. I don't remember the timeline. Was it a year or 2 after that you had to wait till the next one or something?
I think it was a year. I think it was a year.
Yeah,
and that's a while to see what the heck happens to Black Panther and Spider-Man and everybody. Like you said, they're going to come back and prevail. But
just imagine,
right?
Was it more 5 years?
It was something like that. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
So
that's
going on.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it as you guys were going through this and looking at all the different things on our list here. I'm going to give you Return of the Jedi, just because it was, like you guys said, it was kind of our bread and butter at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
I am an avid, rabid Star Wars fan. It would be silly not to accept this on the list. Yes, do I have? It's the least favorite of the originals for me. I do like the first 2 better. But
you're probably not in the minority of that. I think probably most people would say that.
Yeah.
Which is weird because when I was a child, it was my favorite.
Yeah.
And then you kind of grow and look at it differently.
And it's still and now that I'm an adult, I see what people say. I still have that affinity for it that I'm like, I can't. It's my favorite one, but I understand. Like looking at it through the lens of an adult in that time, I could see where you'd be like, why are there teddy bears everywhere? Like that's weird. Right. And like what like I get it, but I can't shake it. It's my favorite.
Like Brian said about Revenge of the Sith. They could have tweaked Return of the Jedi. There a couple tweaks, or a couple leave it alone.
Yeah.
With goddamn Jabba's palace and the singing and stuff.
The singing wasn't there originally. The singing was not there.
That's what I'm saying. Is leave it alone.
Right.
You don't
need
it.
Fucking with it. Yeah.
Right. And then one tweak I would have done at the end, besides them not taking a group photo, I would have had at least some sort of reference that the Ewoks had, in fact, eaten a stormtrooper. Like they had them, because it shows like how bad.
Yeah,
they were cannibals. Like, or not cannibals. They weren't their species. So
they ate people.
They ate people, and I would have showed it just because it would have made you feel like, oh, they weren't just fuzzy teddy bears. They were like
Yeah.
Warriors.
badasses. Like they were
They had
warriors eating
they
people.
had a humanity to them to where they could make friends with you, but if you were not their friend, they'd fucking
Right.
eat you.
Yeah.
They were,
Yeah.
dangerous.
Your
yeah.
lunch, motherfucker.
Yeah, the closest they got was like the one was playing the helmets,
Right.
Mhm.
you know,
And, like,
whatever.
it-
So
it-
clearly they
I
took them
love-
off dead people, and they were playing the helmets of the dead
Nope.
stormtroopers. But yeah,
Nope. In my head, the heads are still in the helmet.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
my head canon to make
Yeah.
that better for me.
sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the spirit of that, then I'll give you Revenge of the Sith. So we have 2 Star
Okay.
Wars. It clearly, again, it's the best of the original trilogy, like we said before. And we
I
got
was
to
more
go.
than willing to
you have the
fight for
whole.
both of those. Yeah.
That's right. You have the whole arc. You have you have the total. You know, the art, the fall of Anakin and the rise of Anakin. It's there. You go.
And
You have
that's
to
where it
include
should
that.
end. All of it.
Yeah.
That's where it should have stopped.
Yeah.
Forever and ever, I'm in. That's it. It's done. We're done.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We have one left.
What's remaining?
I have Die Hard with Avengers. Nick has Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Mhm.
Brian, you have Last Crusade.
Mhm.
Because we've all overlapped. We all have one left.
I just don't remember
hold
Die
on,
Hard at all. I just don't remember it, so I can't. I'm
As
sure.
painful
I'm
as it
sure
is
it was
for me,
better
I'm
than
gonna
the
back it
second
out.
one. Yeah. Okay.
Like I hate to do it because that is, that to me that was what first came to mind. But since you guys don't remember it, there's no sense in arguing a movie you guys don't remember. So
Yeah.
I get it, but I still want to profess my love for that movie.
Sure.
And I will say, I mean, from just thinking
Should
through
watch
these
it again.
yeah,
Yes,
I should definitely
absolutely.
watch it again. Definitely watch it again.
Definitely, that'd be a good, fun backyard movie for you, Brian.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
absolutely. Yeah, we could do that. Right. So now I'm comparing Guardians 3 and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, fun movie, great. I like it. But if I take the overall movie consideration, all things considered, the characters, the music, the emotion, I think for me, Guardians will give that an edge as far as an overall film. And again, the tragedy of Star Lord and everything. I mean, I think it wraps up that team. It literally is wrapping up that entire team, like you said, very nicely. And some things are okay, some things are not okay. But like you said, it's life.
It's any movie,
So yeah. So I'll give the edge for Guardians 3 for me between the 2 that's remaining.
Yeah.
Okay,
I respect the Indiana Jones franchise and the place that The Last Crusade has, but as a movie, and it's not because it's mine necessarily, but like I enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a little more, so that's where my vote would lie.
Sure.
Okay. This is actually kind of simple for me. I do enjoy Last Crusade, but when you're looking at the 6 films, 3 of each, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is my favorite of those 3. Last Crusade is not my favorite of those 3. You know what I mean? I love the first 2 better. So I have to give it to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
All
Right.
right.
So yeah, so that's the list. You guys want to hear it? The ultimate
I'd like
list.
to hear it. I'd like to hear
The
it.
ultimate
Sure.
third movie list. We have Spider-Man: No Way Home, Avengers: Infinity Wars, Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, and Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Gentlemen,
That's a
I
hell of a
believe
list.
that's what we call a grand slam or a triple crown in
Yeah.
the Convincing Idiots when one member has all of their 3 submissions picked. That would be me tonight.
Yeah.
You
Did you have
did
any
it.
honorable mentions? I'm just
I'm
curious.
sure
'cause
someone's done it before. Someone's done it before with their picks.
We have to keep track of that one. I don't have any honorable mentions, honestly. I kind of all the ones that I would have had honorable mentions, you guys had picked.
Okay.
as we were talking and as I was thinking about it earlier and trying to come up with another one that I'd just like to throw out were the new Planet of the Apes films. There again, I didn't put it up there because it's hard to distinguish which one. They were all good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
every single one of them were amazing. They really knocked out of the park with the new, the redone Planet of the Apes franchise. But yeah, it would be difficult to differentiate which one was the best or any better than another, because they were all pretty much a seamless, great storyline all the way through. But yeah, I'd shout out Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, those are very good. I had 3. Back to the Future 3. That's the one that went back to the Old West. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Best of that series. The first one's by far the best. It was definitely the second best of that trilogy. Rocky 3. I just love Rocky 3. Mr. T. I did love that movie. Clubber Lang, Rocky gets the so goofy, the whole goofiness with him, but it is a nice building of the friendship with him and Apollo Creed, training him and all that stuff, and doubting himself and coming back to defeat Mr. T, Clubber Lang. And another fun one that goes way back, 1966, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Clint Eastwood is the third movie of the Man with No Name trilogy at the time. Definitely the best of those 3 movies. If you haven't watched those, if you're in the mood for a good Western, go check that out. Fantastic.
I would like to potentially put forth our first ever recommendation for a movie that has not come out yet. But I have no reason to doubt that the third installment of the Spider-Verse films will be insane.
Yes,
because those 2 movies are quite possibly my favorite superhero movies ever. And I didn't think, as much as I loved the first one, that the second one could even compare, but it may have been better, and I'm sure the third one's going to be fantastic as well. Where are they streaming? I don't know if they are. They're Sony. So I don't know that they're on Disney Plus. I know Netflix at various times has had both of them. I don't know if they're
because I watched
still on there.
Second one. I watched a lot of the second one with no volume. I was at a party and it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah,
you gotta watch them.
And I want to keep watching this, but I don't want to spoil anything. I can't hear it.
So you've seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, and I love it.
Okay, so shit. You have to see Across the Spider-Verse because it dude, yeah. I walked out of the theater that day going, was this the best movie I've ever seen? Like in the moment, like when it all happened, and a big reveal at the end, I was like, was that the best movie I've ever seen? Like, period. Like it was. I was like, holy shit. Like
I thought that was Freddy got fingered.
It's the best, superhero movie that Sony did. Those 2, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
No question.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, but get on that.
Yeah. Also, quick little, we're gonna the Venom films. As much as I love the first one, the third one almost made me cry. Like it was, big fan of the character and Tom Hardy as Venom. But the Last Dance
don't spoil it.
Last Dance had its moments, so I enjoyed that one too. But yeah, good stuff all around.
Very good. All right, gentlemen, I think we've reached the last dance for this particular episode.
There it is.
Yep.
All right. So if you're a fan of what you've heard this evening, or perhaps you think a friend of yours or a loved one that you care very deeply about their ears would enjoy this podcast, you should tell them.
Or if you don't like it and you want to give it to somebody you hate,
inflict damage on their ears.
Just fucking,
it doesn't. Listen to fucking listen. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll give a
send them or yourself, if you've not done so already, to our link tree, which will lead you to all our social media accounts. So go to Google, type in "Convincing Idiots" Linktree, LINKTREE. Find us on all your favorite social media accounts. Be sure to engage with us however you can. Go to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. Be sure that you are subscribed to this podcast so you don't miss a single episode. And we appreciate your time. We appreciate your ear holes. So we've enjoyed talking about threes this evening, and the 3 of us have enjoyed getting to talk at you on this episode of Convincing Idiots. So for episode 287, of Convincing Idiots, I'm Millennial Nick.
Dezennial Dean.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you that there is no better third than perhaps the three of us?
We'll give it to you.
Linguistically, it doesn't totally make sense, but just go with it. It's fine. It's what happened.
Nice.
It's what happened.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a Mount Rushmore, but it's what was said.
No. You feel nice, anyways.
Mm-hmm. Hello, year in Costa Rica. Gen X Brian here. Sunil Dean, Millennial Nick. If you like our stuff, give us a like and subscribe, and we may just send you a Polaroid of Millennial Nick's feet.
Ham grape.
Oh, wait.